week in a row off to Moskova, but it's super convenient. Train's great. This time I'm going business class. I'm gonna splurge a little bit. It's around $45 each way for business class, which is still like half what plane costs and way easier. So waiting on the usual McDonald's in the morning. Car 2 today, basically for the train. So you can't even see the train station back there, but no walk so far. They put extra cars on all the trains because there's so many people traveling in the summer, spring, summer now. A couple weeks ago I was going to take business class and the lady told me the only difference is dinner, but that's not true. 1 or 2 instead of 2 and 2, so. Definitely more room in between the seats too. I'll see if it's worth it. Comes with the meal too, but I like having to sit on one. If I'm traveling with my wife, I don't mind, but got a peel on. It's nice to have just one seat here. So I'm trying to work more on this long form content, just kind of like daily life, but you don't want to see me running the same train all the time and so forth. So I also need to find a way that it doesn't take a lot of time to edit this. The other day when I went to Victory Day for it, I used 3 cameras, and putting all that footage and getting it right sequencing is a lot of work. So ideas for what you want to see. Until then, I'll just post kind of my daily trips. Well, Moscow, again, I was here last week. I was here 2 weeks ago. I'm here this week. I'm probably here next week. So it's like, give me 6 or 7 weeks in a row, I'm headed to Moscow. But I'm headed to some other cities as well. So keep in touch. And for all those trolls who say, yeah, I'll go 20 miles outside of Moscow. First of all, I have. I did Vladivostok last year. I've done some cities around St. Petersburg. And we're going to be visiting quite a few cities this summer in Siberia and otherwise. So stay tuned and let me know what you want to see. The famous caged bells of Moscow. See, one time they had them here. These bells are a little bit naughty and they escaped. So they put them in a cage. Can you see it up there? It says Hilton. But what happened to the Hiltons and the Marriotts and everything here, I don't know about the Marriott, but I'm pretty sure it happened too, is during the sanctions they all pulled out. They all sold off to Russian investors at fire sale prices. So basically everything got nationalized, not because the government took it over, but got all into Russian investment hands. And now the hotels are much cheaper to stay in. So I'd never stayed at this one. When I first came here, we stayed in, I remember it was a Hilton or Marriott, and they left a sign up. It's not a Hilton anymore, but the sign's still on top. But it officially has a new name, but I'm paying $50 a night for a single room. So we'll check it out. Usually I stay at some Russian hotels, but I got a really good deal on this one. So I decided to step it up a little bit. Now you can see, no effort to take down the Hilton part. So here's what $50 a night got me in Moscow. And I'm pretty much, I mean, I'm not like next to the Kremlin, but I'm in the center ring. So I'm in the center of Moscow, really close to everything. I'm very happy because I often pay more than $50 a night for hotels, and they're not up to this standard. So yeah, I'm staying here again. I can't always guarantee it's going to be this price, but yeah, even for 70 or so, which is normally about what I normally pay, I'd stay here for sure. Just a cool looking church over there. And yeah, I'm going to focus on just using one camera. The zoom's not always the best, but it's too much work to integrate video from 3 different cameras. Interesting little detail up there. They sculpted the word metro out of blocks and mortar. Pretty cool. If you're gonna follow my channel, you're gonna get sick of metro stations, but I just like them. And the older ones, they don't get fancy, but even then they'll got marble here. It's actually really warm again. I left my jacket in the hotel. Should have grabbed my hat, but oh well. Famous Bolshoi Theater. Here's a better shot without the trees. And just a roundabout little protest over there. Let's go check it out. So there's some kind of protest here. And I've been told, I have not verified this, that this is a far-right party. Somebody said they're communists and they don't like Putin, but they're still protesting, so there you go. So here's a protest. And yeah, apparently these guys don't like Putin for one reason or the other. And they're here because apparently there's some kind of diplomats coming in and out, and they want to see. And you know, there are police over there, and there's police over there, but they're not bothering them. Another foreigner here, and somewhere back there's the KGB follows us foreigners everywhere, so we're probably confusing them. Like, they're meeting up again, we gotta watch them, I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm from Turkey. My name is Dahan, and I have been living in Moscow for 3 years.
Forcibly, right? They captured you and they forced you to live.
Yeah, they forced me to live here.
Yeah.
They're torturing me every day for this.
I want to know, do you get paid? Oh shit, it's red. But anyways, okay.
Well,
Do you get paid? Because all of us propagandists, we get paid. I get paid 2 potatoes a month. Is your salary higher than mine?
yeah.
Or are you paid in beets instead?
3 potatoes.
3 potatoes. I'm gonna have to talk to Lavrov. I'm getting screwed here. Okay, we're gonna go have some lunch. So,
Yeah.
You want to finish introducing yourself more? I cut you off there, kind of.
Oh yeah, so I'm loving to live here.
You willing?
I'm really happy to escape from bullshit of Europe, bullshit of NATO, and people welcoming me here every day. Peaceful country, everything works great. So I'm happy to live here. No force, no payment, just peaceful country to live. That's all.
Cool. We're gonna get some more video with Dahan here. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna get some more video later, but right now, my stomach says it wants food and minion juice, so that's where we're headed. So we've arrived at a new minion juice place. I've never been here. Cool light bulbs. Let's see what the rest of the place looks like. And at least, unless their Yandex is out of date, they have good prices, and hopefully they have food. They have some very good minion juice here. Drew recommends. So we're in a hurry, so we're eating at a grocery store cafe. Yep. Well, this guy can't get the whole thing, but he doesn't want Trump to come back. That much I get. This green building here is the backside of the Russian Duma, the Russian Senate building. Let's see if we can sneak our way inside. Well, we're here to get into the State Duma. As usual, my unicorn document, the guy's never seen it before, so I'm waiting for somebody to come get me in because the dude here knows what it is. Actually, never seen it, but he made a phone call. And, well, the unicorn document strikes again, so they still won't let me in because he's demanding a passport, but I don't have a passport. I only have this document, but it's a legal Russian document, equivalent of an internal passport, so we're trying to work through the bureaucracy here. Well, while I'm waiting, some very interesting people who shall remain nameless just walked by, but that was pretty cool. It's like, you know, last week I was on Red Square for the Victory Day Parade. This got me in. I was a few meters away from Putin, but this dude at the guard entrance here is like, nope. Well, this was a one-man protest, but it's the third protest I've seen in the day. There's a one-man protest back there, and down there I showed you earlier, like, I don't know, 30 or 40 or more people. Some of the protests, well, that one down there was definitely anti-Putin, and they were leftists, not rightists. The other two guys, they're pro-Putin, but they want him to do something, so they're being critical of him. I've read the signs. So, yeah, I mean, some protests are not welcome here, but other ones, even ones that are critical of Putin or even anti-Putin, seem to be allowed to exist here. Well, what I came to Moscow for basically got canceled. I'm not going to go into details. It sucks. A little pissed off about it. So I'm going to go have some Indian juice, meet with some friends, some nice tulips over there, or flowers or something. And I still got some other things that I can do while I'm in Moscow. I'll take care of tomorrow, and then I'm home on Saturday. But it does suck that I booked a train both ways to Knight's Hotel. The thing I came for was basically canceled. Cool church here. I like the green. Green's my favorite color. Really cool colors here. Green, red, it's very Christmassy. Oh, sorry for the finger. Who knows? It's always happening in Moscow. This light is like stuck. It has not changed. I've been here for like 5 minutes and I was afraid to cross because everybody's going in the corner and it's green there. And it's just like back and forth, usually it's number or a letter or numbers that I count down. This one's stuck on 3. I think the traffic lights are stuck. And there are cars lined up all the way down the street here. They're stuck. I wonder who's going to go first. There we go. I started a trend. I went, and now everybody's going. The traffic lights are definitely broken. You can see it over there. Looks like some lilac trees or cherry trees. I don't know, but the thing I love about Russia, and again, Eastern Europe and some Western Europe, the gardens, and especially Russia, just gardens everywhere. Back to the metro station. I'm gonna go find something to eat. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go near Red Square because there's a good food court there. I'm kind of in a pasta mood, and I know I can find some good pasta in the food court there. Cool. Metro station. The brown line. We're going red.
「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」「君の声が聞こえる」
in for a little bit. Oh, they stopped. Well, I'll restart it in a minute. Well, unfortunately, not here at the very end. Oh wait, I thought they were packing up the restart. Yes, it's the 90th birthday of the Moskova Metro.
This is coordinated. It's directly around the arches. It's not just plastic onto the building.
Here's the projectors. There's one here and one over there. I'm gonna take a walk down this street here.
The other end of the street is Red Square. I'm going to walk down and there's a food court down here.
Okay, I've come to the food court, and yeah, this food court has like a
Karaoke, concert, I don't know what's going on. They're always music. So I'm feeling pasta. Let's take a look around. It's actually much bigger than you're going to see here.
okay. I wanted pasta, and I think I found the best pasta place down here. Chicken and mushrooms. Exactly what I was hungry for. Music's not the best. It's kind of like karaoke, but people are enjoying it. Yeah, it's pretty good. The singer's not very good. Food is pretty good. It was exactly what I wanted. Chicken, mushroom, Alfredo. I like my sauce a little bit thicker, but had lots of fresh mushrooms. But I'm still feeling a little bit hungry, so maybe I'll stop at the grocery store. Now they're filming for TikTok or something. They got a camera. So yeah, some grocery stores here, but there's a grocery store near my metro station that's open till 11 or until midnight. So I stop there, grab something, and just turn in for the night. I got a meeting tomorrow from 10 to 12. Well, the live music is gone, but now they have a historical display and narration and some music. It's much more impressive here in person. It's actually pretty cool. So they kicked everybody off the train. Usually it happens when they're taking a train out of service. It's late at night. So we'll get this all off and we'll catch the next one. This is Tatiana Viktorovna Fedorova. She has something to do with the building of the metro. It says she's some kind of hero of the socialist work and something to do with building of the metro. So this winter was actually pretty warm for Russia. The previous winter was cold for Russia. And it's really nice right now. I mean, it's 11 o'clock at night. Or no, it's 10, or 10, 20, 10, sorry. And it's like 17 degrees. I have no jacket. The Celsius is like, I don't know, 60 degrees Fahrenheit. And boy, it's nice. It was like this a couple weeks ago, and then it got cold again, and it was warm and cold. So I think it's warm to stay now. I think I found my snack for the night. If I can find a fork, otherwise I'm going to buy a package of forks. Well, I found a knife, so I'm going to eat it with a knife. Okay, I'm no longer in central Moscow. I mean, I'm kind of centralist, but I'm not in downtown. I'm actually out in about 10 minutes walk that way. There's about 3 big train stations. So I'm in a residential neighborhood. It's a little after 10:30 at night. You might be scared, but I'm not, because I have cheesecake. And everybody knows Russians are afraid of cheesecake. So if you're walking in Russia at night and you're scared, carry cheesecake. So what do you think? Should I be scared? Nope. Because Russia is safe. I don't know if you can see one on the camera, but just there's a cool building here. It's marked as a landmark. Try and get it daytime. Here's a better view of that building I showed you last night. Definitely looks better in daytime. Again, another thing I love about Eastern Europe is that how green it is. They're not afraid of trees. I mean, just in a residential district, nothing special. And there's just trees. Breakfast from the grocery store. Not a lot around where I ended up today, so, but it was decent. An old Soviet style buildings. Here's a cool looking monastery. Here's a cool looking monastery. It looks a lot better with the lens cap off the camera, doesn't it? There you go. See more of the monastery now. And these things are, I mean, all over Russia you'll see monasteries and it just changed. But monasteries and churches and things, and they're just incredibly beautiful, even if you're not religious. And it's just such a nice day, so I've got to decide what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go grab some lunch. I have to make a video downtown, and then I'm gonna meet some people later. I might go to the Bunker Museum, but it's such a nice day. I don't know if I want to go inside, so maybe I'll go to Vadanha, which is one of my favorite places. It's full of gardens, food and stuff. I love that place. I've seen this poster working on the metro a bunch of times. I don't even see it in the camera, but it looks like the dude's got 2 antennas on his head. Car just bought the Moskova metro. Have you ever seen a statue to pigeons in a true pigeon form? One of them nailed it. Metro stations are usually very well marked. This one is through that tunnel passageway though, so if you're looking for Kuznetsky Most, it's in there. I just got honey checked by security. He waved the wand over my bag, and I just got a gift of 2 jars of very nice honey from the previous meeting I was in. He's like, open your bag, right? But I opened it up and said, Yud. Sorry, Yud, just honey. Anyways, tried a different food court today. I was walking by, and I don't know. See the thing is, not I'll go to my usual place. Okay, decided to eat here. So, let's see how it is. Yeah, it's pretty tasty. Not bad. Not quite as big as I'd hoped, but it was decent. I think Red Square is closed again, or still closed. I was here last week. That'll be open by now. So I don't know. I'll go down and see what's going on. Well, it's still closed. Go all there on the other side. I guess I can walk through Go. Yeah, walk through Go. Be on the other side. And we're back at the wonderful Goom. This is an awesome place just to walk around or come in, have a tea or something. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna cost you a bit more, but the atmosphere should be cool. But if you do want to eat here, if you go to the top floor, there is a Stella Via down at the end that is pretty affordably priced. Yeah, something else is going on in Red Square. I just saw through one of the doors from Goom, and they're building something in the middle. So, and this place is cool in the summer, but especially in the winter. It's a really cool place to just come hang out. Yeah, something new, because that's not from Victory Day. Victory Day, things are already down, so they're building something new here. There's Church of Tetris. Okay, just pop down to make some quick videos here because that always makes a nice background. Now, we're gonna go to the Bunker Museum. Color of that. This metro station. This is the street of 1905. A big building where there's McDonald's. So, one of the rare times, Moscow, the metro pretty much goes everywhere. But occasionally, I need to take a bus or a walk. And it's a beautiful day. I've been walking a lot already. And I probably would walk, but I got a bunch of places to go. So I'm gonna take a bus to shortcut my trip here. We're gonna go and try and get into the secret underground bunker. It's not a museum. You can follow these on the app on your phone, but also you can walk up. My bus comes in 3 minutes. Pretty cool. Look at these cool slender things. Anyways, got off the bus like 2 stops too early. I don't know, I counted 2 bus stops for the metro, but it was actually 4. And I was talking to my phone and not listening to the bus stop. But anyways, we're at the right bus stop now. Fortunately, the bus is coming every 7 minutes or so. So yeah, we're on our way to the Bunker Museum. It's a few minutes walk. It's actually on the other side of the building here. We're gonna go around. So let's get there and check it out. So yeah, the bunker is right next to Moscow City. This is the new financial center. You can't even see the building because these are hiding them. I've been able to tap several of these, post some videos. It's pretty cool. I never knew the Bunker Museum was so close. According to the map, the Bunker Museum is somewhere in there. So we'll walk over, we're gonna find it. Now this is something really strange. No sidewalk. You almost never see no sidewalk in Russia. There's one kind of over here. Okay, we found it. It's this little shack. Entrance to asylum. Is that the word for bunker too? Because Beijing's, I guess I'm a bunker person. Because that's pretty much the same word for a personal asylum. Okay, we just entered the bunker. And there's a button I had to push that was green. Then I pushed the button and now the light went out. Okay, despite the index saying it's open, it's not today. But the dude came out and told me. So, we're gonna come back a different day. He said tomorrow, but I'm going home tomorrow. So, we're gonna do this and check it out for next time. Yeah. Okay, what to do. Could go to Vadanha, but a little bit north of the city. Love that place. Might go there later on. But they have this boat, electric boats that run up and down the river, and you can basically get on them for like, I don't know, $1.50 or something stupid. So I think I'm gonna jump on one of them. Hey, look who we have here. I don't see the center, but you see him in the outskirts. There's he go. He's confused. Oop, there it goes. Clean. This is why they're always cleaning them. Even the guy in the suit is riding a scooter. Okay, city infrastructure is really good, but look, they got a path, and they got an entrance to the park right behind the truck here. But there's no sidewalk connecting them. There's just a little walking through the path and they're built. That's unusual. Someone should plan that by the entrance here or something. See, the entrance here, for some reason. I don't know. Okay, I'm still gonna go to the boat, but I don't know, maybe I won't. I got distracted by a park, and after winter especially, it's just really cool to walk through the greenness of a park. So I'm gonna see kind of a water pond over here, a toilet over there, and elevator's that, but yeah, here we go. Another place I always like the parks. Of course, London's got some very nice parks. Paris has some beautiful parks. The problem is, and I haven't been to Paris for over about 20 years ago, the last time, but I used to go quite frequently. And I hear it's much worse now, but the Paris parks are always just like, they're beautiful and dirty. And there are tons of homeless people and drug users. And I've heard it's really freaking bad now. I don't know. If you're in Paris, you can let me know. But back in the day, my first trip to Paris was in the 90s. And it was 97 went to Paris. And it was pretty beautiful then. But then as I started to go back in the early mid-2000s, it was like you could see the decay. I mean, it was bad. It was a huge difference. And I wonder what it's like now, 2025. Yep, water feature. And then we're gonna walk up here, and at the end is the Moskova River and the boat. Look, it's just, I feel like you just come sit in these parks. I mean, it's just enjoy nature, enjoy it, and again, St. Petersburg, it's a motor park. And they don't even have to be the famous parks. I mean, there are famous parks both in Moscow and St. Petersburg, but a lot of the unknown municipal parks, the ones that, the tourists don't know about, they're just the local parks, the ones that the people that live near them go, and they're not famous, they're not well known, but they're everywhere in Russian cities, and some of them are just really fantastic. You're not going to have quite the architecture you would in other ones, but if you want nature, there's still going to be flowers, there's going to be amenities, places to eat and drink, and just relax. Look at this. Little sun loungers. Again, just the coolness of Russian homes. I mean, look, two dudes over there with laptops. I mean, maybe they're remote working. I don't know, maybe they're watching corn. Probably not, but whatever it is, they're chilling. People got their dogs out. So, cool. Cool building off in the distance. And they're building something here, but look at this. There's like a big gap. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna build a new structure in it, but it's weird that they built on the floors up top and then just like a big hole underneath it. So we'll have to see how that works. These are not everywhere. Most of the places, they just change it. But St. Petersburg are pretty rare. Moscow, they're more common. I've gotten stuck at a couple already. I was not paying attention. I had to push the button and then I was stuck there. So if you're trying to cross the street, look for a button and push it. here is one of the electric boat terminals, and there's one of the electric boats coming. And I don't know what that thing is. I guess it's a boat for rent or something. But we're gonna go down and jump on here. There we go. Go in this little pod first. Go for a ride. 300 rubles, so $3.50 or so at the current exchange rate. Here's a closer look at those weird looking buildings. Mostly it's gonna stay open. They got stairs in the middle, but I don't know what's going underneath there. There's the weird looking boat. Apparently it belongs to the Radisson Hotel. Actually, the weird looking boat's coming a whole fleet of colors over there. You got that rose, red, green, blue, orange, pinkish. It's like Disneyland fleet of things. And then this one says Radisson too. So, I don't know, is it the Radisson Hotel then? Through the front. So I'm just taking this one stop. It's around $3 to get on, but you can take it. You can go all the way down the river. I've been down to the other end. One end of the river up to the other end. I don't know, it's probably like an hour or so. We just took it for the scenery. You got a yellow one, and yes, that is the Radisson Hotel. Radisson Royal. So that's pretty cool. Definitely out of my budget. Here we're the northernmost station, Kievsky. So there's one of the pods they attach to. You know, there's another one over there. Very smooth and quiet. All electric, battery powered. Really cool way of getting around Moskova quickly. You can see the map off in the distance there, but we're at the spot all the way to the right. At the bottom, on the left, there's a nice park down where you swim the river and stuff. It's pretty cool. So now we're getting off here. There's a nice park here. There's a huge shopping mall over there. I stayed at the hotel one time. They got a cool looking bridge over there. And Moskova River. So what to do now? Well, I still got some time to waste. Yesterday's day got canceled. Today something got canceled on me again. So I don't know. I'm gonna go sit in the park for a bit, and I'll wander over to the shop mall, use the bathroom, and then I don't know. Maybe I should have hit up the Vadenha. See what time it is. Now it's 4:18. I don't know. Vadenha is really nice, but it takes about 40 minutes to get there. It's a long walk through it. And then I might head back in town there anyway, so I don't know. But it is a nice day. There's something magical about the sound of moving water. I've always loved waterfalls and fountains. And Russia is full of fountains, which is fantastic. So in the background there is Kievsky Vokzal, which is basically the Kiev train station. So I'll let you guess where the trains from there used to go. In days past, another half. So we're headed towards rush hour. Don't know the exact numbers, but something like 11 million people ride the metro a day here. Actually, one of the escalators is out of service, so that's why it's a little busier than usual. Although it is rush hour as well, but cool lights. I'm not going to come on camera, but cool chandeliers. And linen at the end, and just a whole lot of cool. Okay, this isn't the station I'm going to, but every time I pass through it, it's on one of the ring lines. It's just so cool. I just enjoy the stained glasses. The whole hall is just like, and they're all different. They all have different colors, and they're just extremely interesting. You see it all the way on the inside. If you come over here, I'm just transferring at this one, but it's still very cool. Yeah, we're on Nevada now just because I don't know what else to do. It's a nice day, and the last few times I've been here it's been winter, so I want to enjoy a nice day with the fountains on. Find some kvass. I know there's a toilet inside, and yeah, let's find out. Let's explain what kvass is when we find some. Something very strange is going on here. They're standing in a line. They cannot be Russian. They must be British tourists. See that big monument with the rocket on top? Underneath is a space museum. It's actually pretty cool. I've been in there. If you're in Moscow, I encourage you to visit. Here's the Moscow monorail. I don't know if it still runs. I rode it 2 years ago. They were talking about shutting it down. Every time they talk about shut it down, they say they're not going to shut it down. But the problem is it basically goes nowhere to nowhere, and it follows an existing tram line. And I love monorails, but this monorail is not very cool. I've been on it. And oh yeah, the trams underneath it, the buses underneath it run like every 2 minutes, and the monorail runs like every 15 or 20. So there, maybe you can get a better view of the rocket on the flame, I guess. You know what's odd is I'm a bit of a train nerd. Not a bit, a lot. And I like monorails, and before I was still stuck in the Caribbean, I thought, man, I'm never gonna get to ride the Moscow monorail. It'd be really cool, because I used to live in Russia, and they're gonna shut it down. And then I got here, and boy, monorail disappointment. It's like they're all like individual little cars, they're separated, and the air conditioning doesn't even work. It's really like a weird, I don't know, university project that didn't go anywhere. By the way, look at the cool blooms here. Okay, we're gonna go over here. At least have kvass. Hopefully have kvass here. This is not beer. This is kvass. It's made out of stale bread. Yeah, it's weird. Takes some getting used to, but on a hot summer day, I love it, especially the dark ones. Oh, it's so good. This one's not quite as fizzy as I like. And the monorail's still running. It went by, but I have my other camera out, so we'll get it later. Look at this entryway. This is like a Russian Epcot Center, but it actually predates Epcot Center. So if anything, Epcot Center is American. Bada and ha. Some of the younger cadets who saying hello and waving. I couldn't wave, my hands were full, but kvass definitely seemed a little flat, but still pretty tasty. To give you an idea how big this park is, this is the arch we came through. That's a building we were looking at. This park is just monstrous in size. We're gonna go down here and find red cable cars. Those self-contained ecosystems. I've never seen one small. So this is my favorite place in all of Moscow. And I just got here. And I was gonna hang a bit, but I got a call to go meet some friends. So I'm gonna go do that because as much as I love it here, I'll be back again in a week or so. And just incredibly awesome place. And right now the weather is perfect. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It is just awesome weather. So I'm gonna go down here a little bit so you can at least see the pavilions, and then I'm gonna head back out. Cable cars are running. The first year they're not running. Then I came back and they said they're only testing. But I think there's people inside. So I guess when I come back in a week or so, I'll have to jump in the cable cars. Or I could actually come tomorrow morning. My train's not till like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But we'll see. Maybe I'll come spend the morning here. I don't know. So many options. So we shall see. And there's a Ferris wheel over there too called the Sun. Although I've never seen it running either. Maybe someday. Here's the other side of the building. This place was first opened in 1939. And each of these pavilions represent different parts of the Soviet Union. So, like, well, there's Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and there's all different pavilions here. And this is just an awesome place. They're always changing the exhibits. There's always something going on here. And look at this magnificent fountain. And this isn't even the only fountain. Down at the other end, you can see there's a rocket. And they have a repertoire of Buran here. And they have food, and festivals, and concerts, and just my absolute favorite place in Moscow. Going Porsche very much. Num num. And we're back transferring here again. Headed back in town. Another cool transfer point. We're going up here. Cool statue at the end here. This is a pretty cool station. Which exit do I need? Hold on, the sign here. You know, St. Petersburg normally there's only 1 or 2 exits. Here in Moscow, this one has 4, but some of them have like 11 or 12 exits. And they can be be on different sides of a highway. So when you're in Moscow, you need to look on a map and figure out which exit you need, because you pop out the wrong exit, you could be going back in the metro sometimes paying to get to the right one, or having a long walk around. Cool building. Oreo ice cream, water. Nice little tiny park here. Never had a chance to really walk through it because I come here kind of frequently, but I'm always having to walk past it when I go here. Driveways go through buildings all the time, but this one has a road. You go straight through it. It's around 1 o'clock in the morning. This is a cool place. I like it. I will come back here. Okay, yeah, it is 3 o'clock, and I got back to my hotel in the morning. But don't judge me. I had fun. More street washing. Anyways, slept in, and now I'm gonna go find something to eat, and then I have a train at just before 2 o'clock back to St. Petersburg. More street cleaning, and really, and this during the day, you can see at nighttime there's like an army of street cleaners here in St. Petersburg too. Well, 25 years ago there used to be a food court in here. Now it's this old Soviet building, and it's kind of weird. It's like hard to find the entrance. You go upstairs, in the side, and up some more stairs, and then down some stairs. I've never understood buildings where you go upstairs to go downstairs again. But now it appears to be just a converted shopping mall, so I guess I'll probably end up at Burger King again. I was hoping to find something a little bit better, but all these train stations, like 4 train stations here, and it's like, I don't know, I mean, there is stuff to eat, but there's like, I don't know, anyways. So, apparently there's food courts on the 4th floor. Definitely could use a few more signs in this place. Even just finding how to get in this place is not obvious. There's a grocery store downtown, but you go like down on the 1st floor. But you like go under this canopy, and then to get here, you walk into this door, and it literally just says like shopping mall, but it's like in just simple print, and it's like back under a canopy, and then you're gonna walk up some stairs. And anyways, this place could use some better marketing, better signage. And yeah, it's not an English problem. I read Russian. Okay, only after you get up to the 4th floor does it say food court. The other thing is it points into the children's shop. So I'm guessing I have to go forward, then to the right, or you could walk through the toy store. Okay, that makes sense. Well, food court's smaller than it used to be. It's not really much. The place actually, the name of the place is Fried Chicken. And this place. So, I don't know. Oh, and there's a Latin dance studio over there. I don't know. Nothing there was giving me the warm fuzzy. Yes. I don't know. A weird food court. So, I guess I'll make my way over there, and I'll probably end up eating at Burger King or KFC. So, the train station right now, the main train station is closed. It's under remodeling, closed for another 6 months or so. But there are 4 train stations here. But just, man, I don't know. It's like all fast food around here. I'm not looking for sit down, but something in the middle. Well, if I need clothing, though, there's an off price. It's kind of like, I don't know, like a Marshall's or something. It's like, you go in there, you may not find your size, but pretty inexpensive clothes. I've got a lot of nice shirts and stuff in there. But now I gotta figure out how to get out of this place because there's no signs, and if there's ever a fire in this place, people are gonna be running for who knows where. I don't know what this place was in Soviet times, if it was a shopping mall back then too, but it's like, yeah, this is the way out. Really weird place. And I think it's got potential because of being this close to the train station. You just need to, I don't know, do something to it. This is the entrance. Yeah. And the other entrance, like it, looks the same. So it's like, you know, you don't know the place is here. I mean, look. That is, oh, somebody dropped a cigarette in the trash can, I guess. So there's it doesn't say shopping mall, it's something actually here, it says Stolovaya, and which is like a place to eat. I guess it's the first floor, it just says entrance, and it's like under this overhang, and over the overhang there's nothing. I mean, you would, if you don't know the place is here, you would just think there's some shops on the ground floor and the outside, you would have no clue there's no shopping mall in there at all. So there's one of the train stations. That one over there is one, but that one's under renovation. There's another one over behind this building. And there's another one around here somewhere. So we gotta go into the road here to get there. There's no top crossing here. You gotta go down to the metro to get underneath. And there's like a park in the middle. Looks like they're working on it. The only way to get in that park is to go under the metro underpass and come out. I've never been in the train section here. It's pretty beautiful. I've still got about an hour and I'm getting really hungry. One Burger King right here. And then there's another one over there. I'm gonna one over there near my train. Over there's actually 2 KFCs in the same building. That's weird. But, you know, oh, here's Burger King. Almost a place to drink. And then this cool looking train station. Never been in that one. Oh, there's another KFC. There's KFC, and there's 2 of them over there, and there's one down the street. And I can see 4 KFCs from where I'm standing. So, I should go in that train station sometime. See what it looks like, and I think that one has some more food, but you have to go through security to get in the train station, which is normally very fast, but by the time I get over here and eat, it'll be time to board my train. Came up in the middle here, little park, there's a statue down there too. So maybe in the future, if I got time to waste, there's a park on the corner. Around the corner is also the Imperial train station, which looks pretty cool to check out. But somehow I've run out of time again. The nice thing about the KFC here is they serve minion juice, but after last night, I am not ready for any minion juice for a while. Definitely gonna hold off. I was worried what I was gonna do this morning. Somehow I use it all the time. Anyways, I guess it's Burger King for fast food. They have decent burgers and I get 12% cash back, so Burger King it is. Oh, I wish my drink had some ice in it, but you could ask. Anyways, burger's pretty good. For fast food, the Angus burgers, that's a decent burger. I'm not gonna say it's the best, but for fast food, they definitely have some of the better burgers. Books for $1.50 because, of course, Russia is still very much a place where people read. It's much more, I don't know, part of the culture than anything. I mean, certainly from schools, but people still read here. Quite a bit, in fact. So there's the main station. I don't think you can see it through the windows, but it's still under repair. You know, and it's going to open. No matter what it is, but still, you can always go to the surrounding train stations, which is what I did. So, just gonna board right here, head back home. Look at this. 13:30, 10 minutes apart, 3 trains, and then 40 minutes the next one, 10 minutes the next one. So basically, the trains just run like every 15 to 20 minutes between here and St. Petersburg. Well, I've never done that before. Oh, I forgot my suitcase in the Burger King. Got all the way to security. I'm like, wait a second. There's 2 things that go through the X-ray, not 1. And I'm very good about that. I always count my bags everywhere I go, or keep my feet on them or something. But I don't know how many places in the world you could leave your whole suitcase at a train station. Burger King, and still be there like 20 minutes later. But it was, because it's Russia. And even if it did disappear, chances are they'd find them. I had a friend that was going through a airport and somebody pickpocketed him. And they found the guy, found out what plane he was on, and yeah, they got him. So it's nice to have the security. First of all, street crime is very low here to begin with, but when something does happen, even small stuff, they take it pretty seriously. So here we have 3 of the fast trains that basically all leave 10 minutes apart and chase each other. And then our train I have one of those slower trains. The seats go back in business class. So I got a business class for some economy in these ones. And we come after them. And at one point, we have to pull off the tracks and stop to allow a couple more of them to pass us again. But anyways, good price. An interesting reservation sign for the table. It's a bag of flour, but they put a reserve sticker on it. Hey. Well, met up with somebody here. We were both on similar trains, right?
Yeah, about 20 minutes apart.
Yeah, so I came in and his train's right behind mine. So he lives in Moskova and St. Petersburg. So
We're getting some Jersey food, Jersey food, George food.
So cool. It is 9 p.m. It's not quite white nights yet, but you can see the sun is still up. People keep trying to get me to move to Moscow, but I think maybe, and then I come back to St. Petersburg, I'm like, nope, I'm staying here.